Hello everyone and welcome back to the X-Files Revisited. Today we're looking at Season 1, Episode 5 titled The Jersey Devil. Now briefly, for anyone that doesn't know, the Jersey Devil is a supposed winged creature found in the Pine Barrens of New Jersey, often being described as a flying creature with hooves capable of walking upright. Will this be what our agents discover? Well, let's not waste any time and find out. Please though, if you haven't seen the episode, go watch it first, then come back. You're doing yourself a disservice if you're not watching the show. The episode starts in New Jersey, 1947. A family is enjoying a nice drive in the woods when their car gets a sudden flat tire. The father, while attempting to change the tire, gets dragged off by something into the woods. The following day, a search party is sent out looking for the man. They find his body and something has eaten his leg. The New Jersey police find something in a nearby cave and in typical American fashion, blow it away with their guns. At the FBI headquarters, Scully walks into Mulder, who is definitely not looking at an adult magazine. She tells him a story about a body found in the New Jersey woods missing its right arm and shoulder, appearing to have been eaten by a human. Mulder pulls out an X-file asking if Scully has ever heard of the Jersey Devil.
Yeah, it's a beast that's supposed to come out of the woods and attack cars.
Mulder tells her about the case in 1947, the same one we saw in the opening. Next, we witness a cameraman bump into something as the footage suddenly jolts to the left.
Back and to the left. Back and to the left.
She says she heard the story when she was a kid and it was nothing more than a folktale. The agents head to the Atlantic City morgue to check out the body. We meet Detective Thompson.
When I say, "Hello, Mr. Thompson," you'll say, "Hi." Check. Hello, Mr. Thompson.
And he's confused as to why two FBI agents would be there. Mulder tells him they're not there in any official capacity, but thought they could help. Detective Thompson clearly sees this as some sort of dick swinging competition because he really doesn't like Mulder being there. Scully takes his side because she's little Miss Goody Two-Shoes. Plus, who cares if Mulder doesn't have jurisdiction? He's always right and always ends up making the local police look completely incompetent.
Your opening, Mulder, you could have really humiliated him and told him who the perpetrator was. The Jersey Devil.
Don't worry, Scully. You'll get to that. Mulder says they should stay so they can keep an eye on the case, and Scully says she can't. He asks if she has a date, and Scully says no, her godson's birthday party. He hands her the keys and says he's going to do some poking around. Mulder is at a casino and opens a phone book to find the number of the park services. Remember when you'd be sent a book with the numbers of everyone in the city? Now these days, no one even calls each other. He meets Ranger Pete, who takes him where he found the body. Pete tells him people are afraid of the woods because of the devil. He recounts a story of a time he saw a naked man come from the trees that started to sniff the air like a dog. Mulder asks him if he thinks it might be responsible for the body he found. He basically brushes it off though because he doesn't want people to think he's crazy if he says the wrong thing. We're at Scully's godson's party and this kid straight up runs into a goddamn wall. Thank God Scully's a medical doctor, otherwise the kid may not have made it. The goodest boy ever is eating the cake, and we meet Scully's sister for the first and, well, only time as she disappears from the series after this and is never mentioned again. They begin talking about kids and, well, men.
Of course it helps if you can find a man. You know of any?
I'm right here, Scully. Her sister mentions Mulder and, well, thus the seeds are planted. This stupid, ugly dork named Rob comes to pick up his son. He gives Scully a look and I want to choke him out. Mulder heads to where the homeless are and asks if anyone knew the man who was killed. A man comes to Mulder and tells him he knew the victim and can show him something. He asks Mulder for some money first, which I mean, fair enough. The man gives Mulder a picture claiming it was in a pocket of a jacket he found and that he's seen it with his own eyes. He says it's been here looking through the trash. Mulder asks what he thinks it could be and the man doesn't know. Can we talk for a moment about this picture that has Mulder so triggered? I mean, what first grader did they get to draw this thing? Like, I understand not everyone is an artist, but come on. And the fact that Mulder instantly believes it just makes it even funnier to me. Mulder spends the night in the homeless man's shack and catches a glimpse of this thing, whatever it is. The police show up and Mulder makes the face that is responsible for this meme. The police think he's homeless, proving once again how dumb these people are, as Mulder might be the most well-dressed homeless man ever. Detective Thompson throws his usually hissy fit because Mulder is closing in on the truth and he doesn't want it to get out to the public, which would drive away tourism. Mulder says he's seen it and gives Detective Thompson the drawing, and honestly, his reaction is mine every time I see it. Back at FBI headquarters, Scully gets a call from Mulder. She asks him where he is and what that sound is in the background.
That's the guy getting sick.
She gets him out of jail and says it's no wonder they thought he was a vagrant based off of how he looks. At a diner, Mulder tells her about his experience and she says she needs to be back at Washington by 7:30.
I have a date.
Oh, So this is how we find out Scully, you heartbreaker. The agents meet Dr. Diamond, an anthropologist who goes on a rant about Yetis and ancient man. Mulder asks him if there could be a possibility of another evolutionary step of man out there above humans in the food chain, and Diamond says it's not out of the possibility, but highly unlikely. Mulder is looking at more photos of Bigfoot, and I have to ask, why is this one so stacked? Scully's on a date with super dork Rob, who can't stop talking about his ex-wife. Yeah, that's sure to win her over there, bud. Park Ranger Pete calls Mulder, informing him he found the body of a man that could be his Jersey Devil. Mulder pages Scully and she immediately calls him. She doesn't appear to be too bothered that Mulder is interrupting her date, and who can blame her? Rob is a bore. Mulder tells her maybe they weren't looking for a man after all and refers to the stacked Bigfoot photo. The agents, along with the park ranger and anthropologist, are at the morgue and they find the body is missing. Mulder claims the detective took it as he doesn't want it leaking to the public. The four of them head out in search of the beast. Detective Thompson arrives because of course he needs to get in the way. That's a sweet mustache, by the way. Detective Thompson asks if Dr. Diamond knows Mulder, and he says no because he ain't no snitch. Mulder sees this beast woman and chases after her. Mulder gets blindsided by the woman. She's squatting over him, and somehow I feel like this isn't a first for him. Mulder is getting patched up talking about how she didn't sense he was a threat and she only attacked because she got scared. Total chaos between Mulder, Scully, and the doctor, and no one can get a word in with one another. The police corner her in a building, but she attacks one of them and manages to escape out to the woods. The agents head off after her. They spot her and Mulder asks Pete if he can hit her from there with his darts. He hits her shoulder, but a little dart isn't going to stop her.
Well, they are making me dizzy.
The dumbass detective and his men shoot her, and Mulder looks like he's about to clock him. Back at HQ, Scully tells Mulder the body was autopsied and they found nothing that was suggested to be anything but human. Mulder suggests there was offspring and gets ready to head back out. There's a phone call for Scully and it's super dork Rob again asking her out. Mulder is filling out a form for a car, looking a little upset, and I get it, buddy. Scully meets up with Mulder and she tells him she kicked Stupid to the curb. She follows Mulder as he's leaving and he asks her what she's doing.
Keep that up, Mulder, and I'll hurt you like that beast woman.
I honestly think he would enjoy that. The Jersey Devil isn't one of the best, and it's not one of the worst episodes. It's kind of somewhere in the middle. I do highly enjoy it though, and it's mostly because there's so much in it that makes me laugh, especially that damn drawing. It gets me every time. Apparently during filming, the stunt double for the Neanderthal woman was a stripper and refused to wear clothing. Claire Stanfield, the actress that played her, said they had a naked woman running around on set, so people were pretty thrilled. Given David Duchovny's past though, that may not have been the best thing for him. Anyways, let me know in the comments what you thought of this episode. And as always, if you could subscribe and turn on notifications to not miss any uploads, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you for watching and take care.